Gemini, hi. We're going to do a general love reading today. Being that it's a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. If it does, however, resonate for you, I will be doing an extended, and the information for that is in the box below. Also, I'm now taking personal reading, and the information for that is also in the box below. All right, Gemini, let's get started. I'm using the Llewellyn deck of cards, and I'm going to start with a Celtic cross layout. And so just to give you a heads up a bit on this, the kings and the queens, etc. in here don't refer to the male or female genders. They refer to the divine masculine and feminine energies that are in all of us. Okay? Whoa. Nice card reading so far. I'll definitely break it down, and I'll be doing some clarifying for you. Okay, now just to let you know, it's not always a romantic reading. However, in this case, it kind of looks like it might be, but it's always about love. Okay, so the guiding card from the universe is the universe. From the universe is the universe. And so this is about a cycle ending, a new cycle beginning, and kind of a greater opening in the world for you. Okay? You've got the Seven of Swords in the immediate past. So that is like, I think what's happened in the immediate past is you've kind of moved on from a lot of struggling, a lot of conflict, a lot of defensiveness, and you're in the process, because this is the immediate past, so you've been in the process of kind of, getting your stuff together and, kind of vacating that place in the world, which goes along with the cycle ending and moving on. Okay, you've got the Nine of Cups in an energy that's above you, along with the Five of Wands, which I just drew. So in an energy that's kind of overriding, or over you and over this reading, is about, you coming to terms with fulfilling your heart's desires. This is kind of like your wish card. Now, it's not in the reading yet, but it is definitely an energy that you're starting to sense, to start to get clear, and not get pulled back into this kind of conflict and anger and retaliation kind of energy, because you do have the Wasp here in the Nine of Cups. It's kind of watching and waiting to see how serious you are about actually pursuing what's in your heart. And then you've got the Five of Wands. So this has been a bit of a process for you. It's kind of like, and change always is, just to say. And change is definitely on you with this new cycle. So change with the Five of Wands is kind of like back and forth, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I say it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. So it's kind of pulling you in different directions initially, but we'll see where that goes with this reading. Down in the base of the reading, we've got the Star, and I'm just clarifying that with the Hermit. So kind of a desire for you at this point to move on, to, really fulfill your dreams and your wishes. And so as the Hermit, having, done a lot of internal work and using yourself more as your personal counsel in terms of lighting up your future path. So getting clear in you where you're coming from, and, for this next cycle, that makes sense. And then the Star is showing up as a healing that is being, offered to you, and this is at the base of this reading. And also guidance. So I feel, you can sense that the universe is guiding you in, sometimes even, looking at your astrology or something like that with the Star showing up might help communicate some of that guidance that the universe is trying to reach you with. Because that's what I feel like is happening at the base of this. And possibly this reading is coming out of that too, because this is a Gemini reading. On you now, you've got the Sun and the Ace of Swords. So finally kind of getting some clarity, because as I said, you've left that war zone behind, with the Seven of Swords here. And now the Sun is showing up, and it's kind of shining in all its glory on you. It's an amazing card to get on you right now with the Ace of Swords. So it is the beginning. Just as I said, the stars will be communicating And the sun also will be communicating illumination and clarity to you around this. It's up to you to follow it, and we'll see what happens, but it's definitely on you in a big way right now. And the communication is going to come a lot through your search for truth. And this is your truth, not the truth kind of thing, okay? This is what's true for you as you try to clarify the Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire here. And as I say, lighting that up too as the Hermit. The Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups showing up in your near future. And I'm just going to, so we've got the Devil on the Ten of Cups and the Three of Swords on the Two of Cups. So what I can see in your near future is understanding the truth behind when love permeates all of your life and all of your relationships. That's what I see for the Ten of Cups, but you've got the Devil over that. So, and the Page of Swords. So just being careful to stay true to yourself, because, you know, the Devil kind of indicates that there's some illusion trying to get in, you know, infiltrate into your mind, because you've got the Ace of Swords on you now. So you have to really stay true to you. That's all I can say here, because that'll be the test. And until that, and test things out before you move on them with the Page of Swords over that. Because the Ten of Cups, I can see it as being maybe your wish and your desire is to have that kind of complete picture of, you know, love and happiness and joy. But as I say, you've still got this kind of illusion or delusion trying to convince you of things that may not be true. Okay, so just take your time with the Page of Cups to test things, because what I see with the Two of Cups, which is, you know, the relationship card, and you've got the Three of Swords as a clarifier on that. So I can see where that was really painful for you in the past, was when you were in a connected relationship, which you thought was possibly your soulmate, which was, you definitely thought was reciprocated, and that it was going to be permanent like the Ten of Cups. But it looks like you got really hurt in it, because you got the Three of Swords showing up. And even though now the Three of Swords is kind of behind you, and you're building up, you know, your belief again, your optimism into moving into, you know, the realm of emotions again, it's still kind of a bit, just be careful is what it's saying with the Devil card there too, okay? And then you've got the Lovers and the Moon showing up here. Wow, you've got like the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, and Lovers. So I can see where your wish card is. And this is in your immediate future. So I think you're getting clear as to what you want to manifest in your life. And you're showing up as the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands, over the Lovers. Now the Lovers is a card of partnership, mutual support, trust. You know, it's kind of like the marriage card as well. And the Nine of Wands showing up there, it shows that you've done a lot of growth, getting clear about what that might be for you at this point. And that's why the Wounded Warrior is showing up, because you went through, as I said, with that Three of Swords showing up there and the Seven of Swords. It's clear to me, and, you know, the cycle ending, that, you know, this growth was hard come by, which is why it's left you a little bit on the wounded side. And so you've got the Star here, you know, helping with that healing. And then you've got the Moon guiding you, and guiding you into some of the kind of deeper areas of your own soul that maybe need to be uncovered, so that the Devil kind of energy doesn't have any power over your mind in terms of, you know, misleading you, misinformation kind of thing, okay? So this kind of work that the Moon is doing to bring you to, you know, and like the sun, it's about enlightenment. It's about lighting up those things and being able to look at them with a different view than maybe you had in the past. And you've got the Temperance card here. So that's definitely starting to change your perspective, shift your way of, and regaining balance by looking at things in a different way than you have been up until now around, you know, the Seven of Swords and, you know, that kind of need to stay defensive in this war zone. So I say you're leaving that behind, and I can see now the Temperance beginning to once again, as the moon, to move into looking at some of the emotional and psychological, maybe in your subconscious, because this is actually in a position of your subconscious. Because what's happening around you now is you're beginning to regain your equilibrium and your balance. Because I think all of this stuff with the Three of Swords and stuff, and especially around trusted love relationships, really threw you off balance in a big way. And I'm just drawing the Ten of Pentacles on the Two of Pentacles. So in this balanced state that I see, waiting for you to move into in the universe beside you, the Ten of Pentacles is there clarifying that. So wanting to have not only, love, romantic kind of future, but also a secure one where you feel safe and you feel like you're building something that will manifest in, material values, solidity, stability, that kind of thing for the future. And in a position of what you are afraid of, like, is the Ten of Swords, because like I said, the Ten of Swords is kind of like what you had here with the Three of Swords, only even kind of more devastating. I mean, what's more devastating than a broken heart, I guess, but I think what's more devastating is that, at points in that time, it looks like you barely made it through, like you barely survived. So probably maybe a lot of depression. I don't know if there was thoughts of suicide, things like that. But that's showing up what you're afraid of. And as you're, re-entering kind of the emotional, romantic possibilities, I can see why that would be in a position of what you're highly afraid of. Then in your outcome, you've got the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is kind of like a tool to use, or that state of being. Now this can be male or female, as I said, but it's that kind of place in you that exists that's able to tap into this Ace of Swords and be more, be discerning, be able to cut through any bullshit, for lack of a better word, and find the truth before you make kind of moves into emotional entry, which is down here with Temperance. So take your time, be patient. All right, I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to draw another card from the Wisdom of Avalon and Oracle to see what the universe is saying. And I will be expanding on this outcome positions over here in the extended reading. So if this does resonate for you, then the extended reading will be there. As I say, the information is in the box below. Okay, so we'll see what we've got here. We've got the cow showing up as your guide from the universe. And what it's saying is nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. So during this time, as I said, of really beginning to go deep inside yourself and getting kind of in touch with who you are, it's a good time to, look at the stars, look at, as I say, the lineup of the stars, and ask for, clarity, because you've got the sun on you now. So that it's like the universe is wanting to bring you this kind of illumination and truth with the Ace of Swords. So yeah, asking and you will receive it. Okay? All right, so thanks, Gemini, and we'll see you next week.